Hey, it's Kathleen. I'm going to talk to you about the good words, bad words strategy that has helped thousands of teachers pass their teacher certification exams. Let's get started. All right. So I always talk about working backwards on your teacher certification exams, and I stand by that strategy. It's helped thousands of teachers pass their exams. But when you do that, you also want to use the good words, bad words strategy. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so to demonstrate this, I'm going to use the Praxis PLT grades K through 6, but you can use this for any teacher certification exam. This strategy works best for those long scenario questions. So this is the blueprint. You always want to have a look at that, but the good words are located in the test specification. Let me show you what I mean. I'm just going to do a quick Control F for the word routines, because we know the word routines and procedures are good classroom management practices. And when I do, you can see that the routines word shows up several times in the test specs. So let's have a look here. Knows principles and strategies for classroom management. And notice that the word routine is here. Now let's have a look at one of their test questions on the exam. Now, this is not my test question. This is their test question. So you can see here, on number 1, let's work backwards. Let's start here with the answer choices first. A, plan for, teach, and enforce routines for transition times and classroom housekeeping tasks. Well, I know the word routines is in the test specifications. It's actually in there twice. And so I'm going to look at A as possibly one of my correct answers. B, assign homework. Bad word. Eliminate it. I know that we give homework, but on this exam, it's typically the wrong answer. Assign individual reading. Again, another phrase we don't want to use on this test. Individual reading, yes, we use it, but on this exam, it's usually tied to students who struggle, and students who are struggling are not going to read individually and have success. And then introduce new material in a lecture. Lecture is a bad word on this exam. I happen to love a lecture. Lots of students love a lecture, but on this exam, we want to be looking at inquiry-based interactive learning. Lecture is usually a bad word. So right now I've zeroed in on A because all the other answer choices have bad words in them. Let's read the question starting up here. Classroom management research findings suggest that one of the most effective, you'll see that a lot in the questions, ways to maximize the amount of time elementary school children spend on activities is for the teacher to do which of the following. Now, we're talking about classroom management here. And of course, classroom management in the test specs, the word routines was in there, and A is the correct answer. So notice I got the correct answer before ever reading the question. Try another one. Let's have a look at number 15 here. So I'm going to go straight to the answer choices first. A, subtracting class points for the day according to students' behavior at regular intervals. Now, subtracting class points has a negative connotation. Do we do it? Yes, there are consequences for behavior. I get it. But on the exam, we want to think perfect world. And in a perfect world, everyone is happy, everyone is loving, and we have no negativity in the classroom. So subtracting class points is not going to be the correct answer. B, providing students with inquiry-based cooperative learning activities. Inquiry-based, good word on the exam. Why? Because we want students to be curious. We want them to do hands-on learning. We want to differentiate that instruction based on interest. Inquiry-based, good word. C, conducting lessons in a lecture format. Again, lecture is a bad word on the test. And then creating class rules. Class rules gives the negative connotation, so we want to eliminate that. We like to call them classroom expectations rather than rules. So I've eliminated all but B. Let's have a look at the question. Which of the following is the best practice? Again, we're looking at the best practice for promoting positive learning environment. In this case, inquiry-based cooperative learning activities is going to be the correct answer, and it's part of my good words list, and I was able to zero in on that before ever reading the question. And let's try this one, number 17 here, starting with the answer choices first. Reducing student stigmatization by teaching the same curriculum. Now, I like reducing student stigmatization because we don't want to stigmatize students, but teaching the same curriculum, remember, we want to look for words like differentiation, student-centered. We don't want to teach the same thing to everyone. I know it's really hard to do on your days, but we want to try to differentiate the curriculum, instruction, products, all of that. And so A is not going to be the correct answer. B, providing opportunities for more able students to assist less able peers in learning. Now, a lot of people like answer choices like this because you've got the kids helping other kids and stuff. But on this exam, we don't want to make other students teach other students. Yes, it's a great practice. Students become leaders. They help their fellow students. But on this exam, it's the teacher's job to intervene when students need us. And the terms more able and less able feels kind of ableist in the rhetoric, and I would stay away from terms like that on the exam. C, provide student specific. Well, remember, I just said that differentiated student-centered activities, student-specific instruction falls in line there. So you're going to want to pay attention to that. C looks like it's my best answer. And D, maintaining high levels of expectations for all students. Well, I do like this, maintaining high levels of expectations for students, because we do want to keep our expectations high and we never want to lower expectations. I would leave D before I eliminate it. However, C is better because it has that term student specific. But let's have a look at the question and see what's going on here. Which of the following characteristics is considered a strength of a flexible ability group? All right. So flexible abilities means you're moving kids in and out of groups based on whether they got the concept or not, whether they're struggling or not. It's kind of a quick way of moving kids in and out of centers and things like that. And all has to do with how they're doing. And it's very student centered. And so in this case, C is going to be better. Flexible grouping tends to differentiate instruction. And if we're maintaining high levels of expectations, that is still good. But a strength of flexible grouping is that it's student specific and we can accommodate each student based on what group they're in. All right, so there you have it, a quick good words, bad words strategy. You can use this on any teacher certification exam, but it works particularly well with those long answer choices, those long question stems. Go to those answer choices first and evaluate what's going on in terms of good words, bad words. Eliminate the bad words, zero in on the good words, and good luck on your teacher certification exam. Have a great day.